Hello students, welcome back in this class for the students of standard 10th. Today in this session we will study a new chapter, The 100 Races, written by Esther, and this is taken from our book First Flight. So let's start to know about the author, Eleanor Estes. So it is her name also, Els or Estes, also known Eleanor Estes. She was born in West Haven, Connecticut, the United States, May 9, 1906, and she died July 15, 1988. Eleanor Ruth Rosenfeld Estes was an American children's author. She was born in West Haven, Connecticut, as Eleanor Ruth Rosenfeld, originally a librarian. Est's writing career began following a case of tuberculosis. Bedridden while recovering, Eds began writing down some of her childhood memories, which would later turn into full-length children's book. Ed's book, Ginger Pie 1951, it won the Newbery Medal, and there of her other books, The Medal Moffat, Rufus M., and The 100 Races, were chosen as Newbery Honor Book. She also received the Certificate of Award for Outstanding Contribution to Children's Literature and was nominated for the Laura Ingalls Wilder Award. By the time of her death at age 82, Eds had written 19 children books. So students, that is all about the author Eleanor Estes Elvaser Esther. So students, move to the chapter. Before you read, before reading this chapter, I want to discuss something about this chapter. So the chapter 100 Races is a story based on the true experience of the author about a girl who is teased by her classmates because she is different. And that's the name of the girl, Wanda Petronsky, a girl who comes from the poor part of the town, is the only student in her class with a funny Polish name. The Wanda Petronsky, she was a Polish girl because she came from the Polish American community in the United States. This story is related with children and their behavior with other children who has newly taken admission in the school. So let's start to read before you read. How do we judge the people around us? By their money, wealth, and possession? Or is there something of more enduring value to look for in a person? So, here the question is asked, how do you judge the people? Whether he is wealthy, whether he is beautiful, whether he is intelligent, whether he is poor, everything. By their money, wealth, possessions, or by their attraction, by their behavior or manner. Many things are there before you. How do you judge the people? This story is a sensitive account of how a poor young girl is judged by her classmates. That's the name of this girl. Wanda Petronsky is a young Polish girl who goes to school with other American children in an American town. These other children see Wanda as different in many ways. Can you guess how they treat her? The answer we will get after reading this chapter. Read the information in the box below. Find out more about this community or about related topics from an encyclopedia or the internet. So students, when you read your textbook, you will get a box that's about the Polish American community in the United States. So read it well and come to know what is about the Polish American community in the United States. Right? So let's start to read the chapter. Today, Monday, Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat. But nobody, not even Peggy and Madeline, the girls who started all the fun. noticed her absence. Usually, Wanda sat in the seat next to the last seat in the last row in room 13. So, the classroom that is known as room 13. So, this story revolves around a girl named Wanda Petronsky and her classmates, Peggy and Madeline, who made fun of her. So, the plot of the story opens up on Monday. Even Peggy and Madeline did not notice that Wanda was not present. On that day, she was absent. These were the girls who began all the teasing. So every time these both girls used to tease Wanda. And Wanda generally used to sit in the corner of the classroom where the not so academically brilliant and loud guys sat. So Wanda used to sit in that corner of the classroom where the rough boys sat and had the loudest laughter. And it was that part of the classroom which was the dirtiest, but Wanda was not like those boys. She was silent to the extent that nobody had ever seen her laugh. So she sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who didn't make good marks sat. The corner of the room where there was more scuffling of feet. Here, scuffling of feet means noisy dragging movement of the feet on the ground, thumping of the feet. We can understand here the thumping of the feet that student used to make to disturb and to make the fun in the classes. Most roars of laughter when anything funny was said, and most mud and dirt on the floor. Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. On the contrary, here the writer wanted to say that Wanda didn't sit that place in the corner because she was rough and noisy. She liked to make noise, she liked to disturb the class. No, but on the contrary of it, she was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. She didn't speak anything and she was really very quiet. No one had seen her laugh even. Wanda was not like those boys, those students who make disturb the class and who used to make fun in the class. She was very silent, very quiet to the extent that nobody had ever seen her laugh. Next paragraph. Nobody knew exactly why Wanda sat in the seat, unless it was because she came in the way from Boggin's height, and her feet usually caked with dry mud. But no one really thought much about Wanda Petronsky once she sat in the corner of the room. Since Wanda was not like those boys like bullies, no one ever understood why she sat there. We can guess that it was because she came from Boggin's Heights and her shoes were usually dirty with all the muds. So that was the place from where she comes, and her feet were usually covered with dust. People hardly noticed her in the classroom as she was silent and alone all the time. And it was the time when the thought about Wanda was outside of school hours at noon time, when they were coming back to school, or in the morning early before school began, when groups of two or three or even more would be talking and laughing on their way to the school yard. So here it is, there were only guesses that it is because she came from Boggin's Heights and her shoes were usually dirty with all the muds. People hardly noticed her in the classroom as she was silent and alone all the time. It was only before or after school hours, when groups of kids used to wait for her to mock her, to make her fun, that they thought of her. Some used to wait even at the cost of getting late for the school. So that is all about the Wanda Petrosky. She was very quiet. She was very quiet and silent. No. Then sometime they waited for Wanda. Here they, Maddie and Paddy, they waited for Wanda to have fun with her. The next day, Tuesday, Wanda was not in the school. She was on that day. She was absent. Either and nobody noticed her absence again. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat down front with her. Then sometimes they waited for Wanda to have fun with her. Here they refers Maddie and Peggy. They waited Wanda because they usually try to tease her. So here they waited to have fun with her. The next day, Tuesday, Wanda was not in the school either and nobody noticed her absence again. She was not present even after that day. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat down front with other children who got good marks and who didn't drag in a whole lot of mud, did notice that Wanda was not there. Peggy was the most popular girl in the school. So here we come to know about the Peggy. She was the most popular girl in the school. She was pretty. She had many pretty clothes and her hair was curly. Maddie was her closest friend. The reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Wanda's absence was because Wanda had made them late to school. They had waited and waited for Wanda to have some fun with her and she just had not come. They often waited for Wanda Petronsky to have fun with her. So here that we come to know about Maddie and Peggy. She used to tease her and she also liked to talk with Wanda Petronsky because she was very quiet and very silent by nature. Maddie and Peggy take fun with her. So the fact that Wanda was not present on Tuesday as well got unnoticed. No one had noticed why Wanda Petrosky was absent on Tuesday. But it was on Wednesday when Maddie and Peggy noticed her absence. It was also then when they waited before school to make fun of her but instead ended up getting late because Wanda Petronsky was waited by Maddie and Peggy to have fun, to make fun of her, but instead ended up getting late because she didn't show up. Peggy was the most famous girl who wore good and tidy clothes. Since Maddie and Peggy, they had waited Wanda excessively to have fun with her and she just had not come. And they often waited Wanda Petronsky. The reason was that to have fun with her because they used to make fun. They used to tease Wanda on her faded blue clothes, right? I think all you understood this. Wanda Petronsky, most of the children in the room 13 did have names like that. They had names easy to say like Thomas Smith or Ellen. There was one boy named Bounce, Willie Bounce, and people thought that was funny, but not funny in the same way that Petronsky was. Wanda didn't have any friends. Here Petronsky refers Wanda Petronsky herself. She came to school alone and went home alone. Right? What do we come to know about Wanda Petronsky? That she came to school alone and went home alone. So students, let me come to know about Wanda Petronsky. So Wanda Petronsky was a Pole. She was a Polish girl who had immigrated to America. Her fellow classmates thought that Wanda Petronsky was a strange name because they had simpler and easier American names, except a guy named Willy Bounce, which they thought sounded funny but still lesser than Petronsky. They found her name to be long and unfamiliar. Her name Wanda Petronsky. Her name was very unfamiliar and it was usually long for Americans. So they found her name to be long and unfamiliar. This shows that those children didn't understand diversity and whatever they did was done out of thoughtlessness, right? So Wanda didn't have any friends. She came to school alone and went home alone. She always wore a faded blue dress that didn't hang right. It was clean, but it looked as though it had never been ironed properly. She didn't have any friends, but a lot of girls talked to her. Sometimes they surrounded her in the schoolyard as she stood watching the little girls play hopscotch on the worn hard ground. Here, the word meanings, didn't hang right means did not fit properly, and hopscotch, it is a game in which children hop into and over squares marked on the ground. So Wanda here was usually seen wearing a faded blue dress that did not fit her properly, though it was clean, but it used to look unironed. This shows that Wanda belonged to a poor family who could not afford too many dresses. Understood? Critically, we can say a lot of people talked of her, but she didn't have any friends because all of them talked to her in order to make fun of her. Right? From her tale about 100 dresses to her unfamiliar name, they found it all amusing. When she used to watch little girl play in the ground, it was at that time other students surrounded her to mock her, to laugh at her. Move to next paragraph. Wanda, Peggy would say in a most courteous manner, as though she were talking to Miss Mason. Wanda, she had say, giving one of her friends nudge. Tell us, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet? 100, Wanda would say. Wanda replied, answer bravely, 100 dresses. 100, exclaimed all the little girls incredulously. They couldn't believe on her answers, and the little one would stop playing hopscotch and listen. Here the word meanings, incredulously means showing unwillingness to believe. Courteous means polite and respectful, and stolidly calm and dependable. So students, we come to know the explanation, the meaning of this paragraph here. So with no intention of hurting her, Peggy used to ask number of dresses. Here Peggy and Maddie, they are the classmates of Wanda Petronsky. So they used to ask the number of dresses Wanda has in a very polite and respectful tone. They made fun of her because they couldn't understand why she made up that story about 100 dresses. They did all this while being ignorant of the fact that they could hurt her. No one would believe her when she said that she possessed 100 dresses. So, whenever Maddie and Peggy asked how many dresses you have, she replied that very innocently that she had 100 dresses and all lined up in her closet. As the other girls screamed in astonishment, they all were surprised. The little girl would stop playing in order to see that was going on. So Wanda would affirm these queries. She accepted to listen these queries. She gave answer bravely. confidently that she had dresses made of velvet and silk too. And sadly, after she left, that they were used to laugh at her. So 100, exclaimed all the girls incredulously, and the little ones would stop playing hopscotch and listen. Yeah, 100 dress. Yeah, yes, 100 all lined up, said Wanda. Then her thin lip drew together in silence. What are they like? Whether they all silk? I bet, said Peggy. Yeah, all silk, all colors. Yes, all silk, all colors. Velvet too. Yes, velvet too. 100 dresses, Wanda would repeat stolidly. Here, stolidly means with dependable and showing little emotion and animation with full of calm. Next paragraph. All lined up in my closet. Then they had let her go, and then before she had gone very far, they couldn't help bursting into shriek and peals of laughter. 100 dresses, obviously, the only dress Wanda had was the blue one she wore every day. So why did she say she had 100 dresses? What a story! How many shoes did you say you had? 60 pairs, all lined up in my closet. So, replied given by Wanda Petrosky very confidently. Cries of exaggerated politeness greeted this. All alike, all are same. All alike? Oh no, every pair is different. All colors, all lined up. Peggy, who had thought up this game, and Maddie, her inseparable friend, were always the last to leave. Finally, Wanda would move up the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder every now and then in a funny way. She had finishing the walk to school alone. So, students, some explanation of these paragraphs. It was hard to believe that Wanda said because the only dresses she was seen wearing was the blue one that was faded, right? No one was sure as no one was sure as to why she lied, why she is telling lie, although they were teasing her. Here, Maddie and Peggy used to tease Wanda by asking question how many dresses you have. They were never rude to her. Thus, in the same tone, they continued asking her about the number of shoes. She said that she had two which, and she replied, and how many shoes she had. Here, Wanda replied confidently that she had 60 pairs of shoes, each pair different, and it was Peggy's idea to embarrass her like that. Though she was polite, Peggy and Maddie, the inseparable friend, were the last one to leave school, while Wanda would go back all alone with her dull eyes and behaved in a strange way. Peggy and Maddie, they both were fast friends, and they used to try to tease Wanda Petronsky because she was Polish American. She was a Polish girl. So they used to try to tease her by asking how many dresses and how many shoes she had. Peggy was not really cruel. She protected small children from bullies. And she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. So here the writer talked about the Peggy, about her nature and about her behavior with others. She cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. If anybody had said to her, "Don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Wanda?" she would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Anybody could tell that it was a lie. Why she want to lie? And she was not just an ordinary person, else why did she have a name like that? Anyway, they never made her cry. So here, bullies means someone who hurt or frightens someone else, often over a period of time or forcing them to do something that they do not want to do. Mistreated means to treat someone badly. So here about Peggy, she was not the mean girl she had been portrayed as until now. She saved kids from whoever was hurting them and couldn't stand animal getting badly treated. According to her, she was not being rude to Wanda. She thought it was very weird of Wanda to lie about the number of dresses. She also didn't want to ask the question to Wanda how many dresses and about the number of dresses she possessed, and if anything was weirder, it was her name. It was her name. No matter how much they teased Wanda, they never made her cry. So students, let it let it continue here. Next part and the remaining part of the chapter we will complete in the next session. Thank you. Study well. Keep learning.